everyone. First time on the show. It's good to be on live with the guys talking about everything United and how we can go forward. I'm being a Manchester. My name is Peter. I've been a Manchester fan ever since day that. Back in Cantona days, then the Dinosaur days. So for people say that I got dry job now come now. I never dry job now come. I mean I remember everything one time, but everything will come back to me like that eventually. So it's nice being on the show. Thanks him, thanks Nico. Nice meeting with you.
Nice man.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks, Kurt. And thanks, Rudy, for joining. Welcome to All in All United. And we're here, as you know, your normal hosts, Rima and Nico. And we're here to review. What you call that by Nico, boy? Man United, we ain't good for the heart and all, yeah. We ain't good for the heart.
Yeah, a good player has to watch United play often.
That was Vintage United.
Yeah, to be quite honest.
And I felt that way because really actually Reeves, I always felt that we just had to get one more goal and we was back in it.
And I could remember
Vintage United.
on that Ferguson the last season we won the title. We came back 3-2 and we won.
Yeah.
That's
true. That's true. So it was so I don't know if that's what Nico was referring to in terms of the Vintage United performance.
Yes, it was. And
hey, welcome, Joey. Good night. Have a good night, buddy. And Davion, have a good night.
I see that game today, I was like, woo! Good night. The
so guys,
today was our classic Fergie time for us.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some general thoughts on the game, right? So I want to start with.
You only 2 minutes first.
Oh yes. So what I'm going to do now, Nico kind of made it clear that, and I mean, I kind of in the boat with him, because all I have, and Rudy, all we really have is YouTube videos that we could kind of look back at now. But we really want to pay homage to the late great Diego Armando Maradona, who would have passed away, I think it was yesterday or the day before. What he would have contributed to the game, apart from the hand of God, he did a lot of other real exemplary things. We look at Lionel Messi as, somewhat so similar to Maradona in his playing style and his abilities. But I mean, go ahead, Rudy.
Also, he put Napoli on the map in Italy in terms of like challenging for the title, and they won the the only two Scudettos up to date with Diego Maradona.
All right, so look, Rudy do your homework.
The most I can really remember from Maradona is the clips where you see him trying to kick him down and you need skipping, hopping, taking kick and he's not falling down.
Yeah.
Right? So other people say that he was on something. That is why I don't know. To me, that was great.
Honestly, he brings so much joy to people. I can't hate him. I just can't hate him.
That's great. This personified watching that, man getting kicked and he not falling, he not stopping, he just going, and going, So hats off to Maradona, yeah.
Also, I will never forget him for that 2010 World Cup when he was managing Argentina. He was so animated on the touchline.
Yeah.
I can remember that too. I can remember that when he was managing Argentina. The whole team was strikers. that team. That whole team was
very entertained.
So Kurt being the guy who might know most about or actually see Maradona play, tell us some stuff away you can remember about the late great now.
Well, what I remember Maradona when he used to play with Napoli, when he first came on to Napoli, the man was like a breath of fresh air from Napoli, because with that low center gravity what Messi have right now, the man is a real dictate that midfield. And he used to real control that forward line too, but the man was almost untouchable. The man was like watching silk suit on grass, man. The man was that good. And I think when Tunisia, this fellow Argentinian came to Napoli as well too. It's Napoli, yeah. No, Argentina, sorry. In Argentina, I'm mistaken. I mean, there was a dynamic duo, man. But Maradona, he was simply one of the best. Even the great people say, you know what, you had to meet up in heaven, because they always used to compare Maradona and feel like who was better than who. To me, it can really differentiate between the two.
Nice one.
Nice. So that was a good tribute. We really want to, we don't want to go without recognizing, his contribution to, the sport. He made an impression on the game, and for that we want to recognize him. We wish he would have played for Man United, but as far as that goes, what are you gonna do? So let me get some comments in.
He played for the new camp after that.
All right. So let's get some comments and then we'll go into the game today, right?
Yeah.
So Jody, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Davion, welcome, man. Thanks for joining, guys. He's saying then the keeper made the double save after his own mistake. I thought was one of those days. Okay, so that is in the game, so we'll get to that. Iron Lion, welcome, man. He's saying good night, brothers. He say, hey, Kurt.
Yeah, man.
And Clint Arjun saying, hey, Rudy, I'm a fan of your fighter.
Yeah, right. I'm a friend. I'm a fan.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah, he's a Chelsea man.
Oh, Lord. All of disappointing today, though, Chelsea.
Yeah, it was a disappointing 0-0 for Chelsea.
And we have Kissy on the inside. She's saying, well informed, Rudy.
Nice.
And we have Karina. Hi, Karina.
Good
night. Well with you. Thanks for joining, guys. All right, so, fellas, we want to get into the mix. That's what we're talking about. Manchester United. We're moving up the table, guys. So, Nico, general thoughts on the game. Talk to me.
Yeah, honestly, I thought we started the game real good. I think we was in control. We created a few chances. I think for the first chance Greenwood got should have been a goal. The other chance where the keeper would have made it of a save. Where you're thinking, well, definitely as was Davion, but I've said that, after that, I said, well, maybe today was near the, and then we knew of the potency of James Ward-Prowse, and for some reason we was careless to that, and they were into the game. However, for some reason I just thinking that I don't think Southampton play anything to really clear us off the park, or that we couldn't come back into the game. I was just one goal for me for us to be back into the game, and I think as long as we got that goal, I was real confident that we'd have gotten back into the game. And I think a draw was one, but for some reason, as we were saying, vintage United, I was just feeling that when I saw that 5 minutes went up, that we could have saved the game. I'm so said so done, and it was really a victory to save it today.
Yeah. Rudy, talk to me.
All right, to be quite honest with you, first of all, I blame the Wolf for letting a free kick go in. They let down the hair. I'll tell you why. You have men like Matic, you have men like Maguire, big, tall men. They know he's a dead ball specialist. We know James Ward-Prowse is a dead ball specialist. I think they should have, and I cannot tell you he was going to that near post. I think they could have done a better job. And as the match go on, and Southampton was 2-0 up, and they was controlling the tempo, I think there was a little bit, to me, besides Cavani coming on, they get a little flattered by the scoreline. Although it was only 2-0, I feel like, in charge here. And they're playing at home too, in St. Mary's. And then Cavani come on, and well, I was begging for Cavani to start, to be quite honest, because sometimes I think with Anthony Martial and even Rashford at a certain point, they do have that ruthlessness in front of goal, or like, they don't just bag it. I call him old school, but I like a target man like Cavani.
On that, really, I touched on it before. In terms of Cavani, I think Oli was more or less saving him up for the week, because I think he had played 90 minutes in the Champions League, and maybe you just saved against PSG in the week now, knowing that when he played against PSG, he might bring the extra energy.
I know in the last game against West Brom, I find he was great. I think he did play right, Cavani. I find he fitness level look real good to me. He was up and up.
All right, so let me just get some comments here and then we'll go to Kurt, right? Davion saying general thought Cavani going with Martial 3 points. Martial needs to up his game. I don't know if I read that correct, Davion.
I think it did.
All right. Already start on Martial case already. Iron Lion saying this game felt like old times, even though we we were to win comfortably by putting away our chances. Rashford was wasteful.
We'll get to that too.
We will get to that
Well,
too.
Yeah, but I think it's good to have a plan B like Cavani, especially I to change up the playing style. Like I think that was really important to have a plan B.
That's correct. Talk to me, Kurt. Let me know your general thoughts on the game.
Well, I can't comment on the first half as I said earlier on, but the second half we show the impetus that we started to press and Southampton started to make mistakes and they started to tire out a little bit easier now. So with that high pressing, when we started getting that high pressing and the mistakes that they started to make, we started to capitalize on those mistakes. And I mean, Cavani was just exceptional. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, she wanted to say anything. You said that for the show, but you can't teach them. You can't teach IQ, boy. The man IQ was on point. The man movement was exceptional. You can't teach them thing in a center forward, you know, and Rashford and Marcel play nothing too. I mean, we have Garo there as well too for experience, but just watching Cavani today was a better first show.
Yeah, I could emphasize on the movement because I know playing at diamond tends to narrow the width, but Cavani for the first goal when he crossed it into Bruno, he was wide.
Yeah.
The man wasn't stagnant at all. I mean, today when I look at Rashford and looking at Rashford today, I mean, wasn't his A game. I mean, he did put in a couple of more, but there are sometimes that Rashford can just knock and go. And let me talk about that too. So that's the third of the show as well. You can talk about Rashford with his IQ, but at that times the man could have just keep it simple rather than being too extravagant. And if them fellas look back at the team today, Williams should just sit down and say, yeah, boy, you know what? You had to already do a little bit like Cavani, you know. And think about manners. I mean, today, well, I don't care how we went, 3 points is 3 points. And we went up nice on the table.
Nice. Yeah, nice. Let me get some comments here, guys. Jody saying this game's supposed to be over in the first 10 minutes with the kind of chances that we were getting.
I agree.
Yeah.
Alex McCarthy for them, the goalkeeper for Southampton, really show up today.
All the time.
He made him show.
No, but Nico, he made it.
Every goalkeeper does show for Manchester.
Yeah, but near written.
Nah, I find Alex McCarthy.
Nah, that double save was superb right for me.
That first chance with Greenwood, he gave me that, you could say. And then the second chance with Greenwood again, with the Bruno double up, he gave me that too. You know, he recovered well, but to me, nah, I see he had mistakes in it.
But
go ahead, Rudy.
When I can't remember who commented and said you know, Martial is numbered, but I think Cavani is just probably a stopgap on our plan B. Martial is still number 9.
All right, Rudy, and my good books we talking. Now we talking, man. All right, let me just get some more comments, and then we'll get more into the discussion, right? Davian saying he's talking to Rudy here. He's saying Cavani would make a gamble run in the box that Rashford and Marcel won't make. Look at the first goal. It's true.
Yeah.
You know, Clinton Arjun saying even though I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm a football fan in general, and I must commend you guys. This what you guys are doing here is really good for the football scene. Thanks very much, man. Kudos to you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah. He's a real good one.
All right, and Rudy rating you too. Ken Mongrou, Rudy, the football man, nice. Boy. We gotta get Rudy on the show.
Some fans in here, boy. Some fans up in here, boy.
We gotta get Rudy on the show, boy.
Oh, yes.
Christopher saying, I really want people to stop the Marcel Cavani comparisons. 2 different types of players. And the fact is, we'll need both of them this season. Very true. Very true. I think they offer very different things.
No,
you know?
I ain't saying no about that. I mean, that's actually statement what the man saying. But I'm thinking when I watch that game, I knew watching the past games that how Marcel operates, he would not have had the the IQ and the positional sense to go in there and dive at them balls at Cavani. I just watched them Marcel pass couple games, and even all years for the year or so, he will not do that. His position sometimes is a little bit off. He would have take that long, dribble 1, 2, 3, and then shoot. He will not go in diving. No. The rest of the day, to me, I mean, the man is the course ball. I mean, the man really put in some courses there. I ain't lying. And as we say, if Cavani had started the game with them kind of courses that was coming in, the chances that I hear you guys talking about that we put away, I think probably would have ended up 7, 8. You cannot chances that,
We really take those chances. We get your thoughts on the game in general. I want to know what your thoughts on.
Yeah, I was all as usual disappointed that Marcel wasn't there.
Right. You know that.
Yeah. I'm eager for the man to hush people now,
Right.
But going into the game, I was really concerned about how we were going to fare because you're always fearful of which Man United going to show up. Sometimes you just doesn't know now, boy.
Very inconsistent, right?
Yeah. And Southampton been a very solid team watching them the past couple of games. But as you said, Nico, when the game started, I was surprised that they weren't as dominating and imposing as they were before. And it given me the kind of thought that probably Man United, that fear factor coming back now. Because you're seeing teams not approaching us as they would play other teams. They would sit back and be very guarded, with how they play us. So for that, I thought that we did good. The first couple of minutes in the game, we dominated. We created chances. We were trying to latch on and force errors, and we saw it with the chance that Greenwood got when he rounded the keeper. I mean, sharpness and Greenwood playing that way because we know Greenwood deadly in front of goal. What irked me today, fellas, was when going into the game, you would normally study your opponent. We would know that, listen, Southampton deadly in set pieces. We know one of our Achilles heel set pieces, Nico. That corner. Oh God, how time we ball about corners and set pieces are here,
especially
the first corner they get in the game, The first corner they get in the game, that hurt me because the first corner and you know that their strength.
But to be honest, I didn't think we should have gone in the game with a diamond. I think we should have go with something like a 4-2-3-1 because I know the centre backs not mobile. We can just go around them, men like Rashford and even Martial. I didn't think the diamond was the correct thing. It keep it too central, narrow it down.
But to be honest, if we took chances even before they scored, we up already. We don't need to up with the formation. So to me, it was like creating or forcing errors. The formation was working.
Yeah, and even though.
Have a point there.
Before I continue my point, I just get us commenting. Jody said Nico put on the lights on the Christmas tree now, right?
Oh gosh.
Maybe, but that is up to me. That is up to me. You know what I mean? I know my fault. Yeah. If the things, if the madam say our life, she get.
Yeah. So and then too after the corner, we know what Prowl's deadly on them free kicks and we give him it on top of the box earlier. We expect. I know we commented on the fact that we didn't put the taller players in the wall. But I mean, that was a quality free kick. It's not nothing they could have do that. You just don't want to give them kind of players.
When she get damaged trying to save the ball and all.
You understand?
Yeah. String him up.
Because he couldn't put a ball nowhere else in it. That ball was just inside the person.
Yeah, it was quality.
And that was just behind the wall also. So normally you would protect the other side where the wall is. Right? So if it's at the wall on the right, you will kind of protect the left. Right? Mm-hmm. The quality and the precision of the free kick was exceptional.
Yeah, so I kind of, and I think the foul, whether foul started was when Bruno did one of the flicks that didn't come off. And then it went down, and then Fred made a challenge that I think he didn't need to make. And we give Prowse the opportunity that he was looking for.
But
go ahead.
Fred did redeem himself after on the play to the first goal when he passed it to to Wan-Bissaka then to Cavani.
To Cavani.
He
Yeah, but-
evaded two
yeah, but- yeah,
tackles.
but
He
see-
got lost in our shuffle. I didn't
Yeah,
even
but-
see him and he merged with the ball.
Yeah, but you see, sometimes them kind of opportunities don't always present itself. So, you know, you're
True.
trying to minimize the mistakes on the other side, you know? Wait for the 2 goals we considered good.
That free kick. Before actually we talk about free kick first, and then I talk about the corner from the highlight. We all know that James Ward-Prowse, that area from 18 20 yards is very dangerous. He can make that ball go either way. And I think that the fellas on him didn't line up that wall properly. And we should have really used our tall guys, you know, the Matic, you know, Lindelof, and give the hair better protection. But he didn't get it. You know, and when that ball, anytime he took that free kick, I said, yeah, that's a goal, you know. I just think that's a goal.
Yeah, boy.
But it was unfortunate that, you know, the hair come and get injured. You know, I mean, it was sad, but, you know, the man very stretched all day, boy. Coming to the corner from the highlight, I saw that it had too much of body. It was real traffic in front of the air. I mean, we all know that it's a weak spot. We all know that when it comes to air ball, the man is a fluff. The man is a fluffy. He good at it. Because his decision is like, where I should go, where I should stay. And he 2 minds. He didn't know what to do. And then with all them bodies there, and that man just come and score. Is like, all right, there we go. Game on. I always say, once you get that first goal, that comeback goal, I think we would have really pushed. It. And then when we come and get the second, I say, all right, full time. But if we didn't get that first goal, trust me, it would have been hard to get it. And that first goal was a very good time. Yeah, that first goal is really important.
And by the way,
well,
that touch over Bruno take before he shoot was exquisite. It looked on TV like it was thing, but when you see it so much and the pace the ball was coming with, that was a real good control.
Yeah.
That goal was in slow motion too, eh? You see that in the real slow motion, eh? I don't know why Bruno was moving faster. I don't know if it's that days I started going, you know, shoot, you know?
Yeah.
Let me get some comments in, guys. Iron Lion saying, I have to say it again, Van de Beek is intelligent. Yeah, earlier, Van de Beek was good today. I'll talk about one thing I don't like about it, but we'll get to that. Jody saying, Marcel, good for hold-up play and counter-attacking. Cavani, good for in the box. That's both good and different, yes. Davian saying, rate Fred performance today. As usual.
You rated one time, you rated him? Okay, I thought you wanted to say. All right.
Anton, welcome. Thanks for joining. He said we're not consistent. That's my problem this season.
Yeah,
I am saying...
Yeah, but for some reason, after the Istanbul game, in fact, I shouldn't even say that because I was wrong after that, so that's the right thing.
I am saying we learn from our mistakes from the corners. You feel so?
I couldn't feel at all about that, buddy. Let's get it wrong. They didn't get it right.
Honestly, I find bringing on a target man is real healthy scene because look against PSG when Moise Keane had come on, we was on the back foot, and I find you must always have a plan. Especially, I love having a target man on the pitch. Like, I was a little upset when we said Lukaku, but hindsight kind of good now.
Really? I feel by yourself in that.
I hated Lukaku.
Let me just have a Lukaku because
just have a plan. Right now, we on Cavani, and I don't mind having Cavani as a plan. Look what you do today.
Look, I don't mind Cavani. The man actually just signing number 7. They just have got number 2 because I mean.
Mahara, wait on it, brother.
You have a good touch. No, you have a good touch. As long as we talk about touch, well, that is a different.
Lukaku dead.
You understand?
And watch me, the thing that people talking and raving about Cavani is his movement and his energy, his industry. And Lukaku not getting that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want to get into
we Mr. Piri. The lighter, fitter looking Lukaku was getting that, not the heavy Lukaku. When
Lukaku touch still off, He touch still off, but the man energy rate right now way better than what
right now, or the one before he came to Man United. Which one are you talking about?
No, I find the Inter Milan. You find the Inter Milan.
Nope.
I find Everton touch was good. Inter Milan, he's still
I agree with Nico in terms of Lukaku energy. His fitness was better pre-Man United. Since he come Man United, I don't find Lukaku good at all.
I think he did some wait for the
I find the man look fit, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. That time the man was looking fit and boy. The man was looking trim. The man was but the man wasn't in the middle.
But where you think? Kurt, which team he was playing with in that Lukaku you're talking about? Which team he was playing with?
It didn't know Bruno. It didn't say that. They didn't know Bruno.
No, I talk about the Inter Milan team right now.
They didn't know Bruno.
He might lose weight and I think he's very well fit. Especially
I agree with Nico. The man lose weight and the man energy looking right on point with this Inter.
Well, Darren agree with all, yeah? Welcome, Darren.
Hey, look, Darren, boy. Oh, Darren, how you doing, boy? You see how victory has bring all you out, boy? You gotta be in and take out 10, man, Darren, man. Oh, gosh. Nice to have you, Darren.
All right, so Christopher saying you don't stop them kind of free kick pinpoint accuracy. Yeah, can't fault anybody really. If I had a nitpick, I would say we shouldn't have considered the free kick precisely. Otherwise,
that was carelessly considered by Fred. And again, I don't know why we just panic every time a team attacking us. We just start to panic, And to me, that's a panic challenge from Fred because it had players there, Janepo, I never seen that in product ever. Don't mind against United, we bring out the best. But he had nothing. I don't know what Fred took any for there for.
But to be quite honest, I find when we went down, this game we didn't really panic as much as we just normally do when we go down.
Yeah, I find so.
I think we was a little more composed than before.
Yeah.
I am saying
the man probably get ahead there.
I am saying when Ward-Prowse gets in a position like that against us, I always say goal. It's true.
You feel frightened to watch play that
and that same free kick situation, he scored two. Is against Aston Villa?
Yeah.
2 free kicks in it.
That masterclass again.
Yeah, I've been saying since the last 2 seasons, United struggled to defend set pieces. Yeah, so I mean,
I think it's a psychological thing. I think like sometimes you're playing something in your head. A days major threat. Yeah, that put so much emphasis before the game. A days a major threat, and when it happened, like you don't foresee it will happen. I feel it's a mental thing because I find it too often.
Yeah, I thought seeing Matic and Fred on the pitch, one of them would have kind of closed down.
Yeah.
But then I know it was a dead ball too, so what you could do.
As Christopher said, that ball, you can't run more that again, and the man quality on the dead ball, so.
Actually, so I did say that to post-match.
Especially first corner too, got the first corner for the game, I couldn't defend.
Yeah. But I think I want to disagree with what Kurt said because I can't fault the hair for that corner because you're also crowded. You want your defenders to pick up the man because Rashford lost his man in it. You understand? Then you saw Maguire now having to come and try to pick up for where Rashford like one nice for the goal score. So I mean, it was unfortunate though. Jody saying the Saka need a little help on the right side. Janepo was taking it to him. Nico, what you thought about
that? I think Janepo came out to attack Wan-Bissaka, but still, I personally find Wan-Bissaka managed it well because at the end of the day, Janepo and Fulham is talented, skillful players, and I think he would have been placed in the team to attack Wan-Bissaka. That have been his main mission. When you get the ball, I want you to attack Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
So as he got the ball, you saw he was looking to go at Wan-Bissaka. He didn't do nothing else. So
that was the game plan. That was the game plan.
That was the game plan. I remember that fellas getting paid decent money to do that. So that's what I want you to do. And I think he went out there to do that. He was successful 1 or 2 times, but overall, I think we managed him well.
You realize Southampton wasn't attacking the left that much, eh?
The left.
Yeah,
they wasn't attacking the left that much. Because that left was completely covered, so they were taking it to the right.
But as we...
But that real win though, because...
he's stronger defender.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, I find out Maguire was actually decent, although we can't see 2 goals today. I think he was vital in scoring, and when Cavani scored 1 goal, he was marking a few players well on top of the works from marking Cavani. So kudos to Maguire.
Nico, this one is for you. He said, "Whoops, I always support my side."
All right, take win, pal. All right. I can see.
Davian saying Lukaku first touch at Everton was terrible too, especially when playing against Man United. And I think Ian agreed with him when Blin locked him down. Watch me, Olia. Let me leave Lukaku alone because I have a mouthful to say about Lukaku and I don't wanna fire nobody up because it was Satan Martial.
Right.
Ian also saying we needed a game like this to build character and confidence. Because the guys will feel now that we could come behind, Go ahead, Nico.
I think we've been doing that. We've been doing, I think, all the games that we played away from home, we came from behind and we scored. So I think that would have given us the confidence from even before. And as Rudy would have said, and you would have said we didn't panic. We always saw that level of composure. And I think that was coming from behind. That was against Everton. We came from behind. Newcastle came from behind. Some of the years before that, we came from behind, to win the game. So I think those games would have built up the confidence for a game like today. And to be honest, today's game was an easy game. Because we should have won our 5 or 6 today.
Yeah, and what was important to, and I don't know if it's Rudy or Kurt who had mentioned it. What was very key is the time in the game when we got the goal. Because I was listening to Ollie post-match, and he was saying whoever got the 3rd goal was going to win the game. Well, the 3rd goal in the game itself now,
Yeah.
And we got that goal, and that was pivotal in our comeback, And we didn't get too late. We didn't get too early for Southampton to change the game plan and sit back, So the game was open and Southampton was still playing the football.
Man. Cavani real good with the head, but that man looked like he finished that head, yes?
I'm telling you.
He could do all kind of thing with that way.
I'm telling you. So, guys, what we're going to do now, and I'll start with Kurt. We want to get some ratings, I mean, you have your personal opinion on how you rate certain players, So based on the defensive setup, which would include the goalkeeper, who would have stood out for you in a positive way or a negative way. So like we say, somebody had a real poor game and you want to rate them a -5, then that's the person who you're going to pull out and rate. If somebody stood out in a positive sense and they want to rate them, that's the person who you're going to rate. So if you want to comment on in the defense, midfield and attacking, that's how we want to go. So we want to start with the defense first and we go make the run and then we go do the midfield and then we go do the attack. So Kurt, start with you.
All right, my play in the defense today, Victor started game today. Besides not losing his marker and whatnot in the first half, what I didn't see, Victor was solid. He understanding his position better now with Harry, And I will give Victor, I'll give him a 6.5. A 6.5 today. 7 for the most. 7.
So 6.5 or 7?
All right. I'll give him a 6.5. I'll stick to it. I'll give him a 6.5.
All right. Rudy.
I would pick out
Rudy.
I would pick out Maguire, although we did concede 2 goals. Could I rate him because how he does attract a lot of players to mark him, especially when he's going forward and he made Cavani get the space to get I think it was the first or second, and I can't remember. But yeah, so I rate him, and he was decent even in the later half of the game. Normally, he just get tired legs. He stay composed in the later half of the game, so I'll give him about a 7.
All right, Nico.
Yeah, I touched on two ways, real quick. Kurt, in terms of Lindelof, I think I really growing a bit more respectful Lindelof. I think I've seen a lot. Seriously, I've seen a lot more to like from Lindelof. I think, as Kurt would have said, I think he's understanding his role more alongside Maguire. And to me, I can't really blame Lindelof for anything. Because there's always finding fault in Lindelof, but I can't really blame him today for anything, or he didn't really stand out even in my mind now. So that may have fact telling me that he had a decent game. I think Lindelof definitely had a decent game. And Tellez, I really like Tellez's performance in terms of how we receive the ball, how we distribute the ball. His just willingness to go forward and even come back. I think I would definitely rate those two players as my two players in the defense.
Yeah, Luke Shaw will have to fight his way back into the squad, definitely.
I think defensively still Luke Shaw better. But going forward,
but you had to choose one. So I want to pick it.
Yeah, I cheat a little bit on your could.
What's the ratings again, Nico?
Lindelof, you get a decent 7, man. Tellez 7 for me too, 7 by 7. Yeah, a bit generous. We conceded to have been a bit generous because I think we only conceded and was more or less dead balls, and that didn't break down our team to score. It wasn't broken down. I think it was just dead balls.
Exactly.
So again, I think my defense did well. So 7 and 7.
All right. For me, I had to go Tellez. Going forward again, the attacking impetus. He always looking for and you see with the kind of passes that he making, he kind of forcing runs behind the line. So you're always seeing Rashford making runs, you're seeing Bruno making runs, and those kind of runs over the stretch the defense now.
Yeah, that is true.
So that kind of mentality that's coming from wide areas that we've been lacking. And then we see now where Tellez will be, Cavani will be the outlet for Tellez. The kind of quality he bringing in terms of his deliveries, it's enjoyable.
The corners is real quality too, eh?
Yeah. I mean, defensively, I haven't seen him really tested because the two teams that we played so far, where he played, I mean, they didn't really, they weren't the kind of team that you'll expect us to have a real defender, But I mean, he held his own so far defensively. I think in the Istanbul game, I don't know if you all would have noticed.
Which are the clearance? Which are the clearance that he missed kick?
No, not that part. The first half he was going forward more, but I think Oli would have instructed him. I don't know if you all noticed, he was staying back a little more in the second half against Istanbul.
No.
And I figured
I didn't notice, but now that you mention it, I feel like I could remember.
Yeah, because he wasn't attacking as much as he was now, So I'm impressed with what I've seen with Tellez. Nico, I always had an issue with Shaw going forward, and I've seen that kind of quality from Tellez. So I recognize it. I've seen where we thriving a little more down the left, and I mean I commend Tellez for that 7. Kurt, midfield.
Just to touch a little bit on Shaw, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Before touching the midfield, I just want to add something with the defense. In defense of Shaw, I have to admit, Tellez coming into the team make sure a better player in terms of his delivery of caution have raised a bit, because Shaw used to give him some passes, and then they used to like, come on, Shaw, better than that, but since the introduction of Tellez into the team, that he improved on his passing, his shooting, even taking corner, because I think a couple of games before the injury, he took a couple of corners and I was like, okay, this is a new shot, you know.
Yeah, bring along here.
Anyhow,
You know he a
going into the
competition now.
midfield,
But just wait. But
exactly. Going to
before
the
you go to
midfield,
before you go
I
to
have
the
to rate
midfield.
Donny.
Yeah, man. Oh, Lord, yeah, man. Yeah, before you go to the midfield, in terms of Shaw, as Reem is one of Shaw's biggest critic.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But the moment Shaw went down, he started to panic, eh? He started to panic. Oh gosh, this is when he gave to Tellers. Oh gosh, I fight for Tellers. Oh, right? The same Shaw, he banging all the time. When Shaw went down, he started panicking. Anyway, you can go to the midfield now.
We still have Brandon. We still have Brandon, so I didn't panic too much. We still have Brandon. I didn't panic too much. I realized that you. Anyhow, midfield. As I say, Donny, as I like to say, the man keeps the passes simple, he keeps it crisp. The man was always moving, he was always sticking, he was always looking for people in his spaces. You know, the 1-2, even the 1 or 2 long balls that is play across is like, yeah, boy, Donny boy, you're really making a mark, you understand? I mean, and as I say earlier, I didn't really miss Pogba. You know, I'm Pogba not play a high jersey and anything, but I really love Pogba. But right now, Pogba really doing nothing for this team. You understand? And the man only looking for workers in his team, right? He's looking for workers. And if Pogba is giving you that energy that in Pentas, and you have men like Donny doing it, I mean, come January, if the man still had enthusiastic greatest, well, yeah. But if not, yeah, tell him cut your losses, make your money, buy somebody else who wants to play for the team. But I believe right now, but you know, with process I'm insulting, you know, because look how he plays for France and look how he plays for Man United. It's like a two different Pogba altogether. But as I said with Donny, the man keep everything ticking. And just when he get more game time, I believe he and Bruno go form a real good partnership in the middle there.
How much are you
my rating for Donny, I will give Donny an 8.
What? What? All right, before we go to Rudy, let me get 2 comments, right? I am saying it feels good to see a good crosser like Tellez. We've been lacking that from our wing back. So true. And I mean,
indeed, boy, spot on.
One Bissaka, boy, oh God. Anyway, Christopher saying quality in depth also means quality competition for places. That is true. Tellez would make sure up his game. Same with Van de Beek and Cavani. It will push our regulars to up their game. Spot on, Christopher. Where Rudy?
Well, as much as I want to pick, I know all others hate on Fred. I don't, but I'll go with Bruno. But I'll tell you why. But I know I just question if Fred is Brazilian, I think, but he does do the real dirty parts of the game. I find he work great, almost second to none. He's remind me of Jason Park. They used to call him Tree Long Park because up and down. But anyway, I picked Bruno just because I think he just galvanized the team, and I really want him to be the captain. I want him to take the captaincy. I know he does take real risk, but look what he risk carried. Pushing the team. Sometimes he's carried the whole team. So I will go with Bruno. Although he was a little bit sluggish and wasteful at times, I could give him about a 7-2 as well.
7 for them. Nico?
Yeah, I would put this again, boy. Van der Beek, boy. You know, I think what I enjoyed for Van der Beek today the most was his simplicity, his willingness to work for the team, his selflessness, you know, keeping it real simple without losing possession in tight areas. Similar to Pogba, we know Pogba does do that, you know what I mean, in tight areas, not losing the ball, you know, but I think he just had a bit more, let me say, consistency. Maybe Dan Pogba would have given us, you know, and then too, it was his first really starting in the Premier League. Was his first start in the Premier League. And I think the performance he gave, I think James would probably like him on his ankle. You see a pity after ankle so long big, but he still gave 100% for the team. He still you didn't even know you're on an ankle like that. You know.
Yeah,
But Rudy.
I think the diamond rail suit Van der Beek too. As I say, I feel more intricate in the short passes and give and go. I think that was more for Van der Beek.
Yeah, I agree. I think he real intelligent in terms of his pass and his movement and decision making is,
And I just say, you shall say real selfless. I see it
you
many
know,
times.
point. But I also saw he made long passes when he had to do it. So to me, what I saw was that he's a short range passer and he real clinical at it, but he also has the vision and has the eye to pick out a pass, even if it's long. You know, so I think his performance and his first start away, you know what I mean? We know our form better away right now than home, right? But I think his performance will definitely stand out for me. I think how we just keep that, as we just stay with Fred, that engine room and that ball moving and that ball ticking. I think he mastered that today. That ball was always moving in the midfield. Our midfield were in control of the game today, and I think a big part of it was because of him, right? Because of the position he played. I think he would have really had us ticking over and that engine revving and going all the time. So I think for me, I would put 8.
All right. Before I give mine, let me get some comments, right? Nicholas, welcome, man. He's saying apparently we need to put respect on Cavani name.
Yeah, well, I know about 7. Respect, bro. Respect. We finally get number 7.
Simeon, welcome and good night. He's saying Bruno is already captain except for the armband. Fred earned his Brazilian papers. Yeah, that's how Callum that. Simeon is asking, was Van der Beek injured at the end?
Yeah.
I think he posted some pictures.
Yeah, with his ankle swollen.
They had on Fred, boy.
Ian saying Van der Beek started feeling himself during the game with those long passes. Yeah, he really grew into the game. So I want to be a little bit critical of Van der Beek, right? A little bit, because I don't want to take nothing away from what Curtis and Nico said, because I really do think that Van der Beek, you know, he bringing something different to the team. But my only issue with Van der Beek is the fact that sometimes I expect him to take a little more initiative in possession. Sometimes you have to know when the one-touch flicks will work, and sometimes you have to know when to hold on to the ball, probably turn, and look for a proper pass or a better pass. Because many times today I saw the one-touch flicks that probably wasn't suited for the moment in the game, you know. And I know he's an intelligent player. I don't know if it's because he's afraid to hold on to the ball too long. I don't know, but I find the one-touch and the flick, and sometimes it have its place. But I think he might tend to overkill a little bit, and that is my only thing with Van der Beek, because I remember there's a chance he got in the box, and all he needed to do was slap that at the keeper, and he it off to somebody, and I was like, no, Beek, come on, man, you know. So I think when he gets himself a little more in the team, more regular, and I think as I did say just when he sort of feel himself a little more in the team, you know, you might see him doing a little more on the ball with the confidence that will come with more playing time. But for today, and even against Istanbul, he could probably try to hold on to the ball a little bit more. I'm not saying do a Pogba, you know. Yeah, but I find sometimes the one-touch passing, he could cut down on that a little bit more and consider holding on to it and looking for a pass as opposed to the flicks and tricks.
Maybe as he go into the team, he could kind of get, I don't know if it's that mental thing.
Yeah, it could probably be that. Yeah. But for me, my standout today, and I mean, I just watch them that are saying these fellas and them sometime today, they're blowing hot tomorrow, cold, and you go criticize them tomorrow and you go praise them today. It's just the nature of the football, you know. But I want to recognize Matic today. I find Matic was real decent. He was calm in possession. He was that kind of calming influence in the midfield, you know, even under pressure, you were seeing Matic just shielding off men and playing off proper passes, you know. His positioning as well, you know, to force passes outside and elsewhere was also very, very good, you know. So for me, Matic was decent. You know, Fred, the injured room next to him, there's so many times when I think Fred and Matic just work so well together, you know, and today was one of those. And anytime I could look at a game and not say Matic was poor, then Matic was good. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. He was good today for sure.
Yeah, Matic had a solid game today from a defensive and a controlling midfielder point of view, and
you know, underrated part, our Matic game is he can dribble real good,
yeah,
so I'm not make a few guys a player today,
Very two-footed in dribbling.
yeah,
Yeah.
Simeon
Yeah, Matic shot.
Simeon saying saw the same thing, too unselfish in the box. Yeah. And Ian saying I agree, Reem, spot on. Yeah. So Curtis, the attacking, and we're going to include subs. So you're safe.
Oh, all right. You know, my man of the match, Cavani. My man of the match. The man come on today for the 45 minutes. And for that 45 minutes, it was a game changer because Southampton started to get tired because our midfield was really putting in the shift in the second half. And they couldn't really keep up with Cavani. Again, as I say, for 23-year-old, the man movement was spot on. You know, when to hold back, when to make the pass, So that assist to Bruno was very sublime, as Nico said, and the speed he put in that cross. I mean, for Bruno to just take it in on his stride and then to shoot. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then to put himself in that position for them 2 headers, it was very sublime as well. So Cavani for me, I can't say nothing again. The man, I ain't give him a full 10, but I give him 8.5. For the 45 minutes, I give him 8.5. He did his defensive duties as well too, but performance was on point.
Vincent Cavani reminds me of watching Dwight York. Just cross it in the box and I will do the rest. That is so true, Rudy.
Well, why I can't pick anybody different. I had to be Edison El Matador Cavani, but come on, 45 minutes, 2 goals and an assist.
Yeah, boy.
We were better than that. And we talk about the movement and thing, but sometimes you just need, as you said, a ruthlessness in front of goal, right? And he had that, right? And he real skillful in here. He's a real threat. And that cross was almost Beckham-esque, because the defender almost overrun it, and he said, I will play it behind him, not in front of him.
Yeah.
And he get, and well, them 2 goals, I mean, way almost, so I had to give him a 9, right? For 45 minutes on the pitch from a 33-year-old, he will create, he galvanized the team just like Bruno. 9.
Nice.
All right, nice. Nico?
I agree for Rashford, but I think if Rashford didn't provide that cross for Cavani to score that goal, Rashford was going out with that 3. To me, today, Rashford, I don't know what that man was doing. Time for him to shoot, he not shooting. Time for him to pass, he not passing. Decision making was off the radar, right? His energy was low. His body language was, he was questioning Rashford body language. Like Rashford, what really going on? Right? Come on, the team needed to step up because you've seen everybody else in the game, but where are you? I think for me, Rashford game today was poor, was very poor. For some reason, I was just feeling like he had a say in the game. I think even kudos to always be keeping him on, because he could have been taken off because he wasn't delivering anything for the team. He wasn't helping the team in any way defensively, right? And even in the attack. So I think for me today, Rashford was really an off game and he wasn't seeing the effort now. We know the first half. I don't know if he was playing at 2 different but I don't know what Rashford was doing in the first half.
One thing
in the second half, I was confused with him. But for some reason, I know he'd have a say in the game. Because I was talking to a guy I think that's the guy who right now top of the All in All United fantasy group during the game, and he was telling me, he say, as long as we get the first goal within the first 10 minutes, we're gonna win this game. And when we score the goal, right? He say, here what? You can go on our lunch now. We're gonna win this game. you know, and to me that even a testament to maybe fans or confidence come back to fans that maybe we could come back now. You know, we could come back into games and to win games, you know. So that was good. That was real good. So, but to me, Rashford was real poor. And just because of the cross for the final goal, I gave him a 5. You know, otherwise, you know, get a real feeling.
Jody saying back 4, 6.5 to 7. Fred 6, Matic 7, Bruno Donny 8.5 8. Man, get Rashford at 7 by Nico.
Nah, that's too high, boy. Oh God, it's wicked, boy. Jody, boy.
And you get Greenwood at 5 and Cavani at 9.5.
Right.
Iron saying Rashford getting too much awards off the pitch. Time to get them on it.
But one thing with Rashford, although he had a sloppy game, he was energetic. He was running down them balls, like even loose balls.
I do find so at all.
I remember a ball in the game one time. I think Bruno did send it. I thought it was going out. He ran it down, but he ran it down.
He gave up at that point and then he realized, wait, like that ball staying in.
Simeon saying Cavani plays with his head up, knows when to pass or attack, and it's not a prolonged decision. I had a jump on with Nico on this one. For quite some time now, I've been questioning Rashford and his body language. You know, it's other players on the team. You know, because of those smiles get criticized. You know. And people always talk about the body language and this and that and the other, you know. And I being honest, I'm not impressed, and I'm not pleased with what I've seen from Rashford in terms of his body language. I'm not impressed with Marcus Rashford and what I've seen with his decision making. You know, the fact that you're scoring a couple of penalties not gonna change the fact that your general gameplay not up to scratch. But I mean, I'm not gonna be overly critical because I want him to do well, you know. But I agree fully with Nicholas today, you know. So the assist for the final, the winner, save him 5.
Yeah. Sometimes he tends to be a little trigger happy too. I find he's always be shooting at some weird angles sometimes. Like.
But on the Cavani, you know what I mean? I must touch on Cavani, you know what I mean? I was just on Rashford, but Cavani, I think a movement, especially for his first goal, when everybody else was at standstill, and he was the only man moving in the area. I think if it was anybody else in the entire United squad, and it was like couldn't Marshall.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that movement would not be there. That ball was just gonna sail and go outside.
Yeah.
I must highlight him and return for that push for that movement in the area is second to none.
Nah, enough respect to Cavani, man. Enough respect. Nicholas Ramdas, he say I'll watch on YouTube, phone dying, and make up to the win today. All is still out. Jody saying, and I think he's talking to Ramdas, he say I will say it again. So Alex Ferguson did not win the title 3 years after coming to the club. We have to give all the time. We can't be changing managers every 18 months.
Agreed.
What's the raw material yet? You just want to see the raw material yet. I think the raw material is just to get the consistency in the game.
Yeah, but modern football, you have to get them results quick, by.
Well,
that was a different kind of beast.
I think what's important too is the support and the backing of the board and the you know the execs and them. Once them fellas believe in your philosophy, in your plan, and I agree with you, Rudy. Once it's showing fruit on the pitch, you'll get time. You know.
Yeah.
I don't agree that every time we win Ollie in, every time we lost Ollie out. I don't agree with that. You know.
I agree, but I am backing 100%. To be quite honest with you,
I want to play devil's advocate today. No, what if we just start Cavani and Igalo instead of Rashford and Greenwood?
I don't know.
No, but it's an option because still Cavani had the pace and Igalo had the movement and the trickery too. You know, so
I feel it too similar for me. For me, I feel like they would be occupying the same spot on the pitch.
No, but let me say, even if you play a 4-4-2, I mean, the two of them as forwards, with crosses coming in,
Yeah. Well, tell us what I have a feeling.
Yeah, because even if Igalo, that's slightly, I mean,
Like a shadow striker, yeah.
no, honestly, it possibly could, because to me, Cavani's had the pace and the power, so you also had an energy up top with Cavani, and you still have Igalo on the field. Why not? I can see something like that working for the League Cup game coming up.
All right. Well, that's a good shout, Kurt. I'm watching the time. I know we have a next discussion to go into, but I guess I'll go hold out on that for our next time.
Right.
Because we already crossed the hour mark. So we wanna wrap it here. It was really nice having Curtis and Rudy on the inside.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to be a part of the All in All United family, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Nico Reem.
It was nice being on the show. Got invited to the show. I hope this is not a one-off.
Nah, man, not at all. Once I available.
Nice to meet you, Curtis, as well.
Yes, man. Same here, boy. Same here.
Simeon saying Rashford just seems like he can dribble to anywhere he wants except in the goal. He really needs to adjust his game. He's too talented to be ineffective too many times.
You know what, Rima? It's something about United strikers. Like every season, our strikers like they don't go to Africa Lala boys. Year before Marcel was nowhere in it, and last year Marcel and Rashford were Greenwood, they were, and like this year it's Greenwood and Rashford like they had on it, but in fact all of them, yes, because Marcel and Eddie doing nothing right now. I mean, the season's still young. I have to admit that the season's still young, and we just had a very good run of games to probably really see to untap them potential, because I mean they have it. Not to say them for them don't have it, they have it. This set of the pitch thing kind of distracting them, because I know that World Cup thing with Greenwood, it affected him. Only doing a very good job in protecting Greenwood from the media. And Rashford, I think Rashford probably have to kind of tone down all these attributes that he's getting, with the Cherenberg and exciting. Nothing wrong with that, but you need to you need to continue on the pitch. You need performance on the pitch. Nothing wrong with off the pitch, but we need to see it on the pitch too. Martial, well, what I say about Martial, I don't know what's really going on with this guy. I mean, he's a Dr. Mr. Hyde kind of character. 1 minute he's sharp, 1 minute he's sharp, but I mean, I know he's like a player. I like him too, but we need a little bit of consistency with Martial, because I mean, if we continue to go to that next season again, hey, best we get somebody else,
Here, man, Curtis.
Yeah.
We only 8 games into the season, right? Of which Marcel missed three and three-quarter, right?
Can I leave it?
Nah, 3 and three-quarter, because he gets sent up in the first half, right? I don't think the only thing really missing from Marcel game right now is goals, because I think he's been playing decent. He's been playing well. Every time he's in possession, he's a threat. The only thing for me is Marcel not scoring. That's the only, and I don't see why there's a why.
He is a number 9. It's good.
But we're talking about how much games he missed. The Champions League games he played, he scored 2 goals. He been contributing. We're talking about opportunities. He not been given opportunities.
I just say, you're biased. We know that.
I like Anthony Martial, but sometimes I don't see him as a number 9.
I know this man might kick more this show for the show, but the man watching too much and Neymar videos, boy. I mean, oh God, the man only eating carpet, boy. Every day says the man falling down. I mean, the man like he needs some kind of porridge or something, boy. I mean, so you know them kind of them. The man not solid, a big strong man being going. He want to be falling down, man. Drink some porridge.
Curtis, how much them fall down when we penalty and when we free kick? All year we watching this thing wrong, Dread.
No, I say no, but sometimes of course it a man who get body off and the man that took out the man that sit down there watching the ref like war ref. I get touched. If they got PK now, get up. You know, and as I say something I fight. Sometimes the man get out soft touch way.
But remember that saying, right? We used to fight martial body language, right? Say, oh gosh, you know, your God martial thing, right? But you used to say, but the man still we had to do, the man not getting passes, the man doing the work and he getting through, right? But Rashford have body language now, one. I like Rashford body language, you know? So, I mean, you gotta get consistency in it.
Let the energy be equivalent. All right, let me get two comments in here and then we will wrap up, right, guys? Christopher saying the Ollie in, Ollie out talk is so pointless. This is how Arsenal fans talk. Back your team, back your manager, back your players. Criticize if they do wrong. Congratulate when they do well. Forget the slack talk. Yeah, agreed, man. Jody saying looking forward for the win in the PSG game. Most definitely. There's a must.
Cavani going to PSG.
With that point to prove, yeah.
Tight and bushy tail, you know, coming off today's
Oh,
So, yeah.
He's saying, plus I want to see Manchester United to continue to win under the radar. With a win with the game in hand. Oh, yes. We just beat 2 points off.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But you know what? On that point, I like how he bring that up because everybody have it kind of down now, you know. Like, yeah, but Manchester looking too solid, especially them fools when I'm in ESPN. You know, they always like to criticize and bring me down. You understand? But I like how we been under the radar that we doing the job because we just basically 6 points from the top 3, top 4.
It's a funny whole season because one win you could be in the top 4, one loss you could be in the bottom half.
True.
That is true.
Really,
that is true.
Really Cream rise to the top soon, man. It's early days.
But I just realized, man, United is an easy team to dislike now. You know, that's why ESPN is getting with the nonsense. You know?
No, because when people listen, when they talk about Manchester United, that's when people stop and listen. Yeah. Somebody people just move on. You know, instead of Manchester United, everybody just stop. The world has stopped. The way are going to Manchester United. Yeah. That's an easy selling point. You know, that's like how the Guardian and the Express go probably the same thing on the front page every day because people go buy it. You know, Manchester United to the world.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's cool to see United.
All right, so let me get some closing thoughts. You know, we will start with Curtis and then we will go around.
Well, all I can say is that the team is on the ascension, right? I mean, we on the track right now because we haven't lost any games in our last 5. Last time we draw, we win. So we on the ascension. With the Olita, give him a fighting chance. I believe this season is a make and break for Ole. And I feel we gain a tough. I feel we have a tough year to this year to win. And I see we heavily in the Champions League finals. I'm going to we in the top 3.
I find the energy in the Champions League does be a different energy. We just look like we mean business in the Champions League, except for the Istanbul away game.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
but I believe we have a trophy.
All right. Nice one.
Well, I hope we could continue winning, and I hope I back in Solskjaer 120%, but I hope we could be more proactive and instead of reactive. I like how he brought on Cavani at halftime instead of bringing him on the 75th or 80th minute. I think he needs to be more proactive, and he's doing that now. So yeah, I don't necessarily have a problem with Anthony Martial or Rashford could be a little trigger happy sometimes, but I think, you know, it's according to the opponent. You have to be dynamic. So I really hope we get this is, you know, we start the momentum there because this is what we second consecutive win, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so
I think we're on a decent roll.
So I hope we could continue roll on.
Yeah, again, today was a to me, a step in the right direction in terms of confidence, building confidence, knowing that even going behind, we could come back, and we have done it a few times well. I think even today going two behind, and you still saw the composure, and you still saw the belief that the team knew that the one goal and they would win the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It wasn't like, if we get one goal, we could get a draw. I didn't feel that. I felt like, the team was, if we get one goal, we're going to win this game. And as a fan, I felt that also. I felt that, two goals, I think we created enough to win the game. The double saves and some of the chances that we didn't finish, I started questioning it. But for some reason today, the team really looked focused. Really, they solely believe that we could win this. And I think that was a big plus. And I think as Willie would have said and Chris would have said, I think we are in the ascension. Let's say go out against PSG, and at least let we get the result to take us out of the group. I mean, and enter the second round. To me, McTominay coming back to that plus the PSG game if he comes back. I fear for Matic in our midfield. Yes, I know he had an excellent performance today, but I don't think PSG is a good team anyway. I think also their front three, I don't think they're good. I think
it depends on too much individuality. Yeah,
I think that we could beat, as long as we play our game. I think we could beat them. The only thing they really beat us, I really would have said, was some individual. Neymar or Mbappe do something, and to me, still they're not impressive. So I think I kind of confident. As last time I say, Reams are hoping for 1-1, right? Remember last time I said that, right? And we get the win. Every time I can say we're gonna draw, we just win. So I'm hoping for the draw for the 10 points. Right?
Yeah. I just want to add something there before we go on to Reem. I just want to add that Ole, right? I believe Ole is making better substitutions this season because he's not waiting until the 89th minute or the 90th minute or to bring on players to make a difference. I believe you see that halftime change with Cavani. That was nice. It was on point. It didn't wait until like 10 minutes in or 5, 15 minutes in to bring him on. So in the past couple of games, I realized that Ole is bringing on his substitution. He's making better decisions and bringing his substitute. He's still a way off, but he's better this year than last year in terms of his bringing on his substitution.
I agree.
Fully agreed with that. Jody saying my final take is Ole doing what he got to do to get the win and ain't business about who vex. Yeah. At the end of the day, Ole had to win the games. He had to get them points under the belt.
You're supposed to play well, but you had to sit down. Somebody else who wants to really go play.
Yeah. I think the team, and I mentioned it before, the team, we really seen where the team coming together. We didn't start the season good. And we know there's so many reasons why, but the team coming together, you're seeing players sharper, you're seeing players looking fitter, you're seeing understanding between players developing even more and more. And we're showing that there are different ways that we could play with the players that we have. I mean, we know the transfer window wasn't the best, it wasn't ideal, but you're seeing the ability in order to make the best out of what we have. I think the dynamics that Cavani bringing into the team will definitely benefit us going forward. We could play so much different ways now, fellas.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think once we have the confidence going into games now, knowing that we could beat teams, then the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and Ole with the tactical flexibility, he could play diamond, he could play the 4-2-3-1. Even a 4-4-2, a real finding game strong and that.
I definitely want to see the formations, but
yeah.
I think it's good to just adapt to your opponents.
Simeon saying the players rewarded Oli today. A bit more frustrating, a bit more shocked going forward. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's true. So I'm looking forward to when is Wednesday is PSG?
I think Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, we played Tuesday last week. You're right, so it's Wednesday this week. So I'm looking forward to PSG, guys. You know, let's hope that we could come back here with a positive review. You know, I could do it. I could do it without the scares on you. I could really do it without the scares. You know, because sometimes.
Last game of the group.
Yeah, you know. Let me don't leave it to that last game against Leipzig because anything could happen. You don't want to play. You don't want to run it so thin. You know. So yeah, guys. So that brings us to the end of the review. Thanks to Curtis and Rudy again. Thanks to everybody for in the comment section, those who share the video earlier. And remember, we also have a presence on YouTube. These videos are also on YouTube. So you can go across there, subscribe, like, comment, you know, do the works, right? So this has been your boys, Reman Nico. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, good night.
Yeah, man. Have a good night.